In the shadows of a crumbling city, where hope is a fading memory, love emerges as a rebellious force. Can two hearts truly ignite a spark amidst the ruins of society? The answer lies in their choices, fateful and fraught with danger. Elara, a fierce rebel, roams the jagged streets, guided by the fire of rebellion in her heart. When she encounters a mysterious stranger, her world is turned upside down, and intrigue ignites between them, sparking a dangerous attraction. As they exchange stolen glances, Elara's heart races with uncertainty. Who is this man, and what secrets does he hide? Little does she know, he holds the key to her destiny, one that could change everything in this chaotic world. His name is Kale, a former soldier turned fugitive, haunted by his past. Drawn to Elara, he senses her strength and feels an undeniable connection. But with danger lurking at every corner, can they trust each other enough to fight side by side? Their first meeting spirals into an unexpected alliance as they discover a common goal: to overthrow the oppressive regime that rules their lives. Love blooms in the most unlikely of places, but their hearts carry the weight of rebellion. As they navigate the dark underbelly of the city, their bond deepens. Each encounter with the regime tests their resolve, but together they find strength and solace in one another's arms, igniting their passion amidst the chaos. Alera's fierce spirit inspires Kale, while his quiet determination grounds her. They share dreams of freedom, each whispered promise sealing their connection. But the danger grows, threatening to tear them apart just as their love begins to flourish. With each daring raid against the regime, their love becomes a symbol of hope for the oppressed. As they fight for their future, they inspire others to rise up, creating a movement fueled by passion and courage. But as their rebellion gains momentum, so does the regime's wrath. Elara and Kael must confront the harsh realities of their choices, realizing that love may come at a steep price when lives hang in the balance. In a climactic battle, their resolve is put to the ultimate test. In the heat of conflict, Elara makes a choice that could change everything. Will she prioritize her mission or her love for Kael? As the dust settles, Elara finds herself torn between duty and desire. Can they truly forge a future together, or will the sacrifices demanded by their cause pull them apart forever? Facing the aftermath, Elara and Kale navigate their new reality together. Their love, once a hidden spark, now blazes brightly against the darkness, a testament to resilience and hope. Their journey, marked by sacrifice and choice, reveals the depth of their love, an unyielding force that stands against the odds. Together, they embrace the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. In a world crumbling under oppression, love ignites change. Elara and Kale's story is a reminder that even amidst chaos, hope can blossom, and hearts can unite for a common cause. Dare to choose love in the face of adversity. As dawn broke over the crumbling city, Elara and Kale stood hand in hand, the weight of their choices heavy upon them. This new day brought whispers of hope and the promise of rebellion, yet shadows loomed large. They knew deep down that their decision to join the fight for freedom could tear them apart or bind them forever. In a hidden alcove of the city, the rebel leaders gathered to strategize. Elara felt a thrill of purpose as she listened to their plans unfurl, her heart racing with every word. Kale, always protective, glanced at her, his eyes filled with both admiration and concern. Could they truly change the tide of oppression? The tension in the air sharpened as Elara volunteered to be a messenger between factions. She wanted to prove her courage, but Kale's brow furrowed with worry. "You'll be in danger," he warned, but she felt an unyielding fire within her, love and rebellion fusing into one powerful force. As Elara traversed the city's perilous streets, she felt the pulse of the rebellion beneath her skin. Every corner held stories of sacrifice and courage. Every face she encountered echoed with the yearning for change. Yet, in the depths of her heart, she carried Kale's love as her shield against fear. Meanwhile, Kale prepared for a different battle, training alongside seasoned rebels. Each clash of metal against metal resonated with his determination to protect Ilara. He couldn't shake the fear of losing her, yet he knew that their love was worth every risk they took. Days turned into weeks, and as the rebellion gained momentum, Ilara and Kael found fleeting moments together, their love a sanctuary amidst the storm. Under the stars, they shared whispered dreams of a free future, their hearts dancing to a rhythm only they could hear. But the more they fought for freedom, the greater the risks became. Ilara learned of a traitor among them, sowing discord within the ranks. Torn between loyalty and love, she confided in Kale, their bond tested by the shadows of doubt and fear that threatened to consume them both. As they devised a plan to uncover the traitor, Ilara felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. The stakes were higher than ever, and one wrong move could shatter everything they had built. Kale's hand on hers was a reminder of the love that fueled their fight, a beacon of light in the darkness. On a fateful night, whispers of a planned attack on the rebel hideout reached Ilara. Panic surged through her. She knew every life was at stake. Racing to warn Kale, she felt the ground tremble under the weight of their choices. Could love withstand the horror that awaited them? Kale stood at the heart of the hideout, his instincts screaming that danger was near. As rebels armed themselves for the impending confrontation, he couldn't shake the sense of foreboding that clutched at him. Every second felt like a lifetime as he awaited Ilara's return, praying she would be safe. When Ilara burst into the hideout, breathless and frantic, Kale rushed to her side. "We need to evacuate," she gasped, urgency lacing her voice. In that moment, they knew that their choices had led them into the eye of a storm that threatened to tear them apart forever. Harnessing their love as their strongest weapon, Ilara and Kale led the rebels out into the night. The streets were alive with chaos as they faced the enemy head-on, their hearts pounding in unison. Every heartbeat echoed their desperation, yet within that chaos, their love remained resolute, a force that even fear could not extinguish. As clashes erupted around them, Elara fought fiercely alongside Kale, their movements synchronized as if they were one. Each swing of her weapon was fueled by love and desperation, her heart willing to sacrifice everything for the hope of a brighter future. But amidst the battle, a cruel twist of fate awaited. The traitor revealed himself, attacking with a viciousness that left Ilara momentarily stunned. In that split second, her heart raced. Would she lose everything she fought for? Or would love prevail against treachery? Kale felt a surge of anger as he witnessed the betrayal unfold. Rushing to Ilara's side, he confronted the traitor with a fierce determination. "You will not take her from me," he shouted, the intensity of his love igniting a fire within, one that would not be extinguished easily. The battle intensified as old loyalties clashed and new alliances formed. Ilara, fueled by Kale's bravery, found her footing again. With renewed strength, she joined him in the fight, their hearts entwined in a dance of defiance against those who sought to tear them apart. Their unity turned the tide of the battle, but not without sacrifices. Friends fell around them, and every loss echoed in their hearts. Yet, even in the face of grief, they held on to each other tighter, knowing that love was their only salvation in this dystopian nightmare. In one final push, Alara and Kale cornered the traitor. As he prepared to strike, Alara felt a surge of power course through her. "You will not destroy what we've built," she declared, her voice unwavering, summoning the strength of all who had fought and fallen before her. Their confrontation reached its zenith, a clash of ideals and emotions. The traitor sneered, underestimating the bond that forged Elara and Kale together. With a swift move, Elara struck, her heart leading the way, and in that moment, she knew love could conquer even the darkest betrayal. With the traitor defeated, breathless, and battered, Elara and Kale found solace in each other's arms. The battle had claimed much, yet their love remained intact, stronger than ever. They knew this was just the beginning. The road ahead would not be easy, but they were ready to face it together. As dawn broke over the battlefield, the rebels gathered, weary but united. Elara and Kale stood at the forefront, their hands clasped tightly, a symbol of their bond. They had faced the storm and emerged stronger, ready to lead their people into a new dawn of hope and freedom. In the days that followed, the rebellion began to flourish, fueled by the stories of bravery and sacrifice. Alara and Kael took to heart the lessons of their journey, knowing that love was the foundation upon which they would build a new future. Together, they inspired hope among their people, igniting a fire that would not be easily extinguished. As plans for rebuilding unfolded, Alara gazed at Kael, her heart filled with gratitude. "We did this together," she whispered, feeling the weight of their journey. Kale nodded, the shared memories of sacrifice and love swirling between them, reaffirming their commitment to one another and their cause. Yet, shadows of the past lingered. The remnants of the old regime still threatened their newfound freedom. Alara and Kale strategized tirelessly, knowing that the fight for true liberation was far from over. Their love was a beacon, guiding them through the uncertainty of what lay ahead. One night, as they prepared for another raid against their oppressors, Elara felt a wave of doubt wash over her. "What if we fail?" she whispered, vulnerability creeping into her voice. Kale turned to her, his eyes fierce with conviction. "We will not fail, because we have each other," he assured her, love shining in his gaze. The night of the raid arrived, cloaked in tension. As they moved silently through the enemy's territory, the adrenaline surged within Alara. Every heartbeat resonated with her commitment to fight for love and freedom, an unbreakable bond propelling her forward into the fray, alongside Kale. As they engaged in the fierce confrontation, Alara fought with all her might. Each blow she struck was not just for herself, but for all the dreams suppressed under the weight of tyranny. Kale fought beside her, their synergy undeniable, a dance of strength and love in the chaos. In the midst of the chaos, Elara spotted a group of civilians trapped in the crossfire. Without hesitation, she took a brave leap toward them, her heart pounding. Kale, sensing her move, rushed after her, their love propelling them forward into danger for the sake of others in need. As they reached the civilians, a burst of gunfire erupted nearby. Alara shielded a child instinctively, feeling the weight of protection surrounding her. Kale fought valiantly, ensuring their escape, knowing that every life they saved was a testament to their love's power. Finally, they managed to get the civilians to safety, but the battle was far from over. Alara and Kale regrouped with the remaining rebels, their hearts heavy but resolute. They knew the fight for their freedom might come with losses, yet the fire of rebellion burned brighter than ever in their hearts. As dawn broke once more, they stood together, the horizon painted with the light of new possibilities. Elara looked at Kale, her heart swelling with pride and love. "We will keep fighting together," she vowed, knowing their love was the heart of the rebellion, the flame that could not be extinguished. The sun rose over the remnants of their world, casting a warm glow on the faces of the rebels. Elara and Kale stood at the forefront, determination gleaming in their eyes. Today, they planned the next bold move in their fight against oppression, their love fueling their courage like a blazing inferno. As they discussed their strategy, whispers of discontent stirred among the ranks. Some questioned their methods, fearing the price of their actions. Alara felt the weight of their doubts, a heavy burden on her heart, but she refused to let fear dictate their fate. Kale stepped forward, his voice steady and resolute. "This is our chance to strike back, to reclaim what's ours. Fear will only lead us to ruin." His words resonated with Alara, igniting a spark of hope that their love could conquer adversity. With renewed spirit, they mapped out their path through the crumbling cityscape. Each landmark held stories of their struggles and dreams, memories etched in the ruins before them. Elara's hand brushed against Kale's, their silent vow strengthening their bond. As they prepared for the mission, doubts crept back into Elara's mind. Would they truly succeed? The thought of losing Kale terrified her, yet she pushed it aside, focusing instead on their shared dream of freedom. Kale sensed her distress and took her aside, their hands entwined. Elara, remember why we fight. It's not just for ourselves, but for everyone who believes in us. Together, we can't fail. His words wrapped around her heart like a warm embrace. With their resolve bolstered, the rebels moved stealthily through the shadows of the old city. Each step echoed with the weight of their choices. They were not just fighting for survival, but for a future where love conquers all. As they neared their target, an enemy stronghold loomed in the distance, a fortress of despair. Ilara's heart raced, adrenaline coursing through her veins. This was the moment that would define their fate, and she was ready to embrace it. Suddenly, a loud alarm blared through the night, piercing their anticipation with fear. The enemy was alerted, and chaos erupted around them. Kale shouted commands to his team, rallying them amidst the unfolding pandemonium. Alara felt her pulse quicken as they sprinted towards the stronghold. With each stride, she recalled their dreams, the love that had fueled their journey. They would not let fear rob them of their destiny. As they reached the gates, a fierce battle ignited. Elara fought valiantly by Kale's side, their movements synchronized as if they were one. Each moment was a dance of danger, passion, and unwavering resolve. But in the chaos, a figure emerged, a ruthless enemy commander who had haunted their nightmares. He locked eyes with Elara, a chilling smirk spreading across his face, and her heart sank. This was a confrontation they had never anticipated. Kale noticed the shift in Elara's expression, instinctively moving closer to protect her. "Stay behind me, Elara," he commanded, a fierce protectiveness igniting within him. Their love was a shield against the darkness. The battle raged on, but Elara felt frozen, her gaze locked with the commander's. Memories flooded back, of their past, of the pain they had endured. She knew she had a choice to make, one that could alter everything. With a surge of courage, Elara stepped forward, her voice steady despite the chaos. "You will not take us down," she declared, her heart pounding with the weight of her choice. The rebels rallied behind her, inspired by her fierce resolve. The commander laughed, taunting her as he drew his weapon. "You think your love can save you?" He sneered, his confidence radiating. But Elara's heart only swelled with defiance. She knew the power of their connection. Fighting through the terror, Elara found herself drawing strength from Kale's unwavering presence beside her. They were a force to be reckoned with, their love a beacon even in the darkest of times. With renewed vigor, they advanced together towards the commander. Each strike was a testament to their love and the sacrifices made along the way. The battle was not just for survival. It was for a future worth fighting for. As the two sides clashed, chaos erupted around them. Elara's heart raced as she witnessed comrades fall, yet she pressed on, fueled by the thought of a brighter tomorrow. Kale was her guiding star, the light in the storm. In the midst of the battle, Kale fought valiantly, his heart echoing with Elara's presence in every swing. They were bound by destiny, their love a force that transcended the battlefield, illuminating the darkest corners of their intertwined fates. Just as victory seemed within reach, the commander launched a sudden, brutal attack towards Elara. Time slowed as Kale's instincts kicked in, and he leaped forward to shield her, determined to keep her safe at all costs. Kale's body collided with the force of the blow, sending him to the ground. Elara's scream pierced through the battle, echoing with an agonizing fear. The world around her faded as she rushed to his side, desperation flooding her heart. "Kale, stay with me," Elara cried, cradling his head in her lap, her tears mingling with the dust of the battlefield. Every heartbeat felt like a countdown, and she fought against the overwhelming despair that threatened to consume her. Kale opened his eyes, faint but focused on her. Elara, my heart, it's still with you, he whispered, his voice barely audible over the sounds of the chaos. Her love was the last thing he clung to, a lifeline amidst the turmoil. The battle raged on around them, but in that moment, time stood still. Alara's heart ached with a mix of love and fear. She knew they had come too far to give up now, and she would fight for him as fiercely as she fought for freedom. In a sudden surge of adrenaline, Elara stood, fueled by the power of their love. She gathered her strength and called out to the rebels, "We fight for Kale. We fight for love." Her voice rang clear above the din, igniting a new wave of courage. Inspired by her words, the rebels rallied with renewed fury. They fought with a fierce determination, their spirits lifted by the love that burned bright within them all. Elara watched in awe as they pressed forward, united in purpose. As the tide of battle shifted, Elara turned to Kale, fear still clinging to her heart. "Stay with me, Kale. We will not lose you." Her words were a promise, a vow that transcended the chaos around them, binding them together in fate. With a final surge of strength, Kale sat up, leaning against Elara. "Together, we are unstoppable," he declared, a fire igniting within him. Their love surged through the battlefield, a beacon that could not be dimmed. They rose as one, the rebels surging forward under the banner of love and rebellion. Elara and Kale led the charge, their hearts beating in time with the rhythm of freedom they fought for, fear dissipating in the heat of their resolve. The enemy commander, sensing defeat, unleashed his fury in one final desperate attack. But Elara and Kale moved as a unit, their bond guiding them through the chaos. Their love, a shield against the onslaught. Elara felt the surge of power as she fought alongside Kale, every strike resonating with their love. It was in that moment, amidst the battle, that she understood. Their hearts had become one, an unbreakable force. The battlefield erupted in a climactic crescendo, the rebels rallying under Elara and Kale's leadership. With one final powerful charge, they overwhelmed the commander, pushing through the remnants of despair. With one swift strike, Elara and Kale combined their efforts, dispatching the commander with a blow that echoed their shared strength. In that moment, the world around them shifted, a new dawn breaking through the darkness. As the dust settled, the rebels stood victorious, a testament to their love and sacrifices. Elara looked at Kale, her heart swelling with pride. They had not only fought for their lives, but for a brighter future forged in love. Yet, amidst the celebration, a new challenge loomed on the horizon. The world outside was still fraught with uncertainty, and Elara knew their fight was far from over. They had ignited a spark, but it needed to be nurtured. Kale took her hand, sensing her unease. "We'll face whatever comes next, Elara. Together, we can rebuild and create the world we dream of. Your strength will guide us forward." His words were a balm to her soul. As they began to strategize their next steps, Elara felt hope returning. They would unite the scattered remnants of their people, spread the message of love and resilience. Together, they could heal the wounds of their world. With a renewed sense of purpose, they ventured beyond the safety of their stronghold. The path ahead was uncertain, but Elara's heart beat with the rhythm of their shared dreams. Love would be their compass in the darkness. As they journeyed, the remnants of the old world greeted them. Broken cities, lush overgrowth reclaiming the land, and whispers of hope among the people. Each encounter deepened their resolve to build a brighter future together. Elara's heart swelled as they met individuals eager to join their cause. Each story shared was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, fueling their passion for change and solidifying their bond in love and purpose. As they gathered more allies, Elara realized that love is not just a feeling, it was a catalyst for change. The connections they forged became a tapestry of strength, woven with hope and courage, binding them all in a shared destiny. With each new dawn, their movement grew stronger. Elara and Kale stood at the forefront, their love the beacon guiding others to join the fight. They were transforming not just their world, but the hearts of those around them. But even as they celebrated their victories, shadows lingered. Old enemies were not easily forgotten, and Alara felt the weight of their past looming over them. The next phase of their journey would be fraught with challenges. With new allies by their side and love in their hearts, Alara and Kale prepared for the trials ahead. Together, they would face the darkness, their journey transforming into an epic tale of resilience, hope, and enduring love. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting dark shadows over the crumbling city. Elara and Kale stepped cautiously through the desolate streets, their hearts racing with the thrill of what lay ahead. Every corner they turned whispered secrets of the past, igniting their shared desire to reclaim the world from despair. With each step, Elara sensed the tension building between them, a connection forged in the fires of adversity. Kale glanced at her, his eyes filled with unspoken words, a promise of protection and love amidst the chaos. They knew the dangers lurked nearby, ready to pounce. Suddenly, a rustle in the bushes sent a jolt through them, and they froze. Out stepped a figure cloaked in shadows, a rebel with piercing eyes that gleamed with intent. "You must be cautious. The enforcers are hunting," he warned, the weight of his knowledge heavy in the air. Elara exchanged a quick glance with Kale, her heart racing. "Who are you?" she demanded, her voice steady despite the fear gripping her. The rebel smirked. "Just a friend who knows the stakes. We need to move. They're closer than you think." With no time to waste, the trio made their way through narrow alleyways, each step echoing their urgency. The rebel, whose name was Jarek, led them to a hidden underground passage, a sanctuary for those brave enough to resist the regime. As they descended into the darkness, a flickering torch illuminated Jarek's face, revealing scars that told tales of battles fought and lost. Kale felt a surge of admiration for the man who risked everything for freedom. This was the world they were fighting to change. Once inside the sanctuary, a group of rebels gathered, their faces a mix of hope and despair. They were in the midst of planning their next move against the enforcers. Alara felt an electric charge in the air, a palpable sense of unity fueling their rebellion. "We need to strike at dawn," Jarek declared, drawing the group's attention. "They won't see us coming." Elara felt Kale tense beside her, his protective instincts awakening. She reached for his hand, silently reassuring him that they were in this together. As the plan unfolded, Alara couldn't shake the feeling of impending danger. Her mind raced with scenarios, each more terrifying than the last. But amidst her fears, she found solace in Kale's unwavering gaze, a reminder that love could conquer even the darkest of times. Night fell heavy around them as they prepared for what was to come. Elara and Kale found a moment alone, their eyes locking in a silent promise. "Whatever happens tomorrow, we face it together," she whispered, feeling the gravity of those words. The dawn broke cold and gray, a fitting backdrop for the battle that loomed. The rebels gathered, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and fierce determination. Elara took a deep breath, her resolve hardening as she prepared to fight for their future. As they moved toward the enforcer's stronghold, Elara felt a surge of adrenaline coursing through her veins. Kale walked beside her, his presence a steadying force. "Stay close," he urged, his voice low and protective. They were more than allies now. They were partners in every sense. Reaching the gates of the stronghold, the rebels faced their first obstacle: towering walls and armed guards. Jarek signaled to Alara and Kale, "Time to put our plan into action." They exchanged a glance, hearts racing with the thrill of what was to come. In a heartbeat, chaos erupted. Elara dashed forward, her instincts kicking in. She felt alive, fueled by love and the fight for their cause. Beside her, Kale fought fiercely, their movements synchronized, each defending the other with an unspoken bond that transcended words. But as the dust settled, a piercing cry echoed through the air. Elara turned to find a rebel friend, wounded and struggling. Her heart sank, knowing the cost of their fight. Kale rushed to her side, his expression a blend of anger and fear. We need to help him. Elara knelt beside their friend, applying pressure to the wound. Stay with us, she urged, her voice steady despite the chaos. Kale scanned the area, heart racing, feeling the weight of their choices. This was the reality of their rebellion: love and sacrifice entwined. In the midst of the turmoil, Jarek called for a retreat, realizing the situation was turning dire. Alara's heart dropped at the thought of failing. We can't leave him, she protested, desperation lacing her words. Kale's grip tightened on her shoulder, grounding her. But the sound of approaching enforcers grew louder, the clash of armor and shouts ringing in their ears. Kale knew they had to leave. Alara, we'll come back for him. I promise, he shouted, his voice filled with conviction, pulling her towards safety. Reluctantly, they retreated, hearts heavy with guilt and sorrow. As they fled, Elara glanced back, tears blurring her vision. She knew this was only the beginning of their fight, and the costs would be high. Together, they would confront whatever lay ahead. Back in the sanctuary, the mood was somber as they regrouped. Elara felt the weight of loss and the burden of their failed mission. But amidst the despair, the fire of rebellion burned brighter. They would not be defeated. They were rebels with a cause. Kale placed a comforting hand on Alara's shoulder, his gaze steady. We will plan our next move carefully, he assured her. Alara nodded, feeling his strength seep into her. They were in this together, and their love would guide them through the darkest of times. The next days were filled with strategizing, their determination unwavering. Elara poured her heart into every plan, each detail meticulously crafted. With Kael by her side, she felt invincible, a force to be reckoned with as they sought to reclaim their future. Finally, the day came for their second assault on the enforcers. As the sun rose, Elara felt a mix of hope and fear swirling within her. This is our chance, she whispered to Kale, who nodded, his resolve reflecting in his eyes. They set out together, hearts pounding with the weight of what they were about to face. As they approached the enforcer's stronghold, memories of their last encounter flooded back. But this time, they were armed with knowledge and allies. Elara took a deep breath, remembering her fallen friend. For him, we fight, she declared, igniting a wave of fervor among the rebels. The battle cry echoed, a testament to their unwavering spirit and the love that fueled their rebellion. As they charged into battle, the clash of metal and the sounds of conflict rang out around them. Elara and Kale fought side by side, their movements seamless. Each time they locked eyes, a promise passed between them, a vow to protect one another at all costs. But chaos can be unforgiving. In the frenzy of battle, Elara spotted an enforcer heading straight for Kale. Panic surged through her. Kale, look out, she screamed, lunging forward to intercept the threat, her heart pounding. In an instant, she collided with the enforcer, grappling for control. Elara's training surged to the forefront as she fought fiercely, adrenaline fueling her actions. She couldn't let anything happen to Kale. Her love fueled her strength. Just as she gained the upper hand, Kale rushed to her side, delivering a powerful blow to the enforcer's midsection. Together, they stood back to back, defending against the chaos surrounding them. Their bond was unbreakable, forged in the fires of conflict. As the battle raged on, hope flickered like a candle in the wind. Elara spotted a group of enforcers retreating, their morale shattered. This is our moment, she cried, rallying the rebels to push forward. Their spirit ignited. Fueled by adrenaline, they surged forward, the tides of battle shifting in their favor. Elara felt a surge of empowerment, the tastes of victory tantalizingly close. But just as she thought they were winning, a sudden explosion rocked the ground beneath them. The shockwave knocked Elara off her feet, sending her sprawling to the ground. Dazed, she struggled to regain her bearings. Through the haze, she saw Kale fighting valiantly, but the chaos around them was spiraling out of control. Panic surged within her as she searched for Kale amid the turmoil. His figure was a beacon of hope, but as a group of enforcers closed in, her heart sank. Kale, she screamed, her voice piercing through the chaos. In a flash, Kale was surrounded, and the fight raged on. Elara's heart raced as she fought to her feet, driven by love and fear. I won't lose you. Not now, she vowed, channeling her strength into a final push toward him. But just as she reached him, the ground erupted once more. An explosion knocked both of them apart, throwing Elara to the side. Dazed and disoriented, she struggled to comprehend what had just happened, her heart racing with fear. In the haze of smoke, Elara fought to breathe. Panic clawed at her throat as she scanned the battlefield for Kale. Her heart pounded in her chest, each beat echoing her fear. Had she lost him forever? Finally, as the smoke began to clear, Elara saw Kale struggling to rise. Relief flooded through her. But it was short-lived as she noticed the enforcers closing in again. With renewed determination, she pushed herself forward, ready to fight for him once more. With desperation fueling her movements, Elara charged toward the enforcers, each step echoing her love and defiance. She fought fiercely, refusing to let anything happen to Kale. As their eyes met, she felt the strength of their bond rekindle, igniting her spirit. As the battle wore on, the rebels found their footing. With Elara and Kale leading the charge, they pushed back against the enforcers. Together, they were a force of nature, love and rebellion intertwining in every strike and retreat. At that moment, Elara realized that their fight was about more than just survival. It was about love, hope, and the future they were building together. With each victory, they grew stronger, united in their mission to reclaim the world. As the last of the enforcers retreated, a roar of triumph erupted from the rebels. Elara and Kale stood at the center of the celebration, their hearts swelling with pride and relief. They had fought for their love and won, for now. But amidst the celebration, Elara felt a pang of loss for the friends they had lost along the way. She knew their journey was far from over. As Kale wrapped his arms around her, she drew strength from his presence, ready for the next chapter of their saga. In the days that followed, the rebels began to rebuild, their spirits renewed. Elara and Kale took on leadership roles, guiding their friends toward a brighter future. Together, they forged alliances and strategized for the battles still to come. But even as they pushed forward, shadows loomed on the horizon. The enforcers were regrouping, and whispers of betrayal echoed in the winds. Elara felt the weight of uncertainty, but Kale's unwavering faith in their cause reassured her. With their hearts intertwined, Elara and Kale stood ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Their love, forged in the fires of rebellion, would be their guiding light. Together, they would navigate the storm, their fates forever intertwined in a world desperate for change.